All right. Yes. Sorry, you guys. We had a bit of some personal stuff
It
going
was
on,
my fault.
but the main thing is that we
It
are here.
was
Oh,
my
come on,
fault.
man. My producer just gonna put herself out there, man. She's gonna take the bullet, man, for
I
while
got
we are just
to.
now chiming in and stuff.
I got to.
But it's all good here on the Rap Radio Show down at No Static Radio. And you already know what it is. Here, this is the Rap Radio Show with me as your host, Ryan A. Polk. And, definitely got to shout out my producer, Decisive, because if it wasn't for her, I would not be on the air right now. Yes. And before I introduce my guests, if you guys want to call in for any questions, concerns, or if you want to give us some shit, or if you want to debate about us with our topics, we would love to debate with you, and we would love to hear what you got to say, and we'd love to answer your questions. You can give us a call at 216 939 5087. That is 216 939 5087. And also here at No Static on the Rap Radio Show, we're always looking for sponsors. So if you do ever want to sponsor for any shows at No Static, or even if you want to sponsor on my show, definitely, then feel free, man, to shoot me a message, or you could shoot it in an email at the you can shoot No Static an email as well at okay, well, why can I not remember the No Static email? I am so unprofessional right now. I literally can't remember it, but when my producer gets back, then I'm gonna have her shout out the email for y'all if you're interested in doing sponsors. What's the email, Decisive?
No Static Radio 16 at gmail.com.
No Static Radio 16 at gmail.com. So that is No Static Radio 16 at gmail.com if you are looking to sponsor to any shows, especially mine's. But so with me today, I got two incredible ladies on here with me today. The first one I'm going to introduce is this. So this woman, we have known each other since 2012. We met in the Yo because we went to college together. Yes.
Not the Yo.
Yes, the Yo. Yes, we went to college together, and we have been close ever since. Please let me welcome Maya Carstarphen.
Hello, everyone.
Yes. Look at all New York, all Broadway and shit. Yes, I like it. And with me also, so this woman, she doesn't call herself a celebrity, but I call her one. She's a businesswoman, she's an actress, she's a model, and she's also a good instructor when teaching workshops. Please let me welcome Ty Chennell.
Hello.
Yes, the owner, who is also the founder of Elite Talent Management. Yes, thank you both. Thank you both for coming on the show today. It is so nice to have both of you on here.
Thank you for having us, Ryan. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, of course. And since both of y'all are two people who I fuck with, y'all always welcome to come back too. Yes. But so let's go ahead into it, because you guys already know what the motto is of the Rap Radio Show. We talk about anything and everything. So, Ty, we'll start with you.
All right.
So why don't you tell our listeners and our viewers, who Ty Chennell is and about Elite Talent Management.
Okay. All right. Well, I actually started in the industry when I was 14. My parents invested tons of money into schools and just giving me the foundation. I got pregnant with my daughter at 21, decided that she would be my focus, and I wanted to make sure that she was well-rounded. So I put it aside. When I turned 40, my daughter said to me, "Mom, it's your time." I'm like, "Time for what?" She's like, "Pick up your dream and get started." So my daughter was actually the first one that got me my first booking with Foreman Mills out in New York. So it's like I gave it up for her, and then she afforded it back to me. So that's my story of getting back into the industry. Elite talent management came about. I started off with a business partner, and it was under a whole different name, but I ended up going by myself. The mission for Elite Talent Management is to bring back professionalism in the industry, to train talent so that they're ready to be on set, so that they're ready to just have the knowledge of being, able and capable to elevate in the industry.
Yes.
So I do workshops and training. I always say that I'm not an agency. I just move like one. So what that means is I do get castings. I do get auditions. If you come to a core workshop, you will be put into our talent group where you continually to get trained. You get assignments, and you get access to castings.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true and I actually had went to one of her workshops, and not only that, but before I had went to one of her workshops, I also participated. It was actually me and Maya's brother, Michael. Yes, we had participated in the mini Nordstrom's fashion show that they had, which was really fun, by the way. I really did. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to take home my outfit. I really did, but I didn't want to be caught shoplifting.
Right.
No, I didn't want to steal my outfit inside of Nordstrom's mall.
Yes.
But I took one of her workshops, and honestly, I do recommend it because, especially if you want to get into acting or modeling, definitely do take one of her workshops because there's a lot of stuff in the industry that we do not know,
Right.
and people do not know like how important it is to get the right headshots or making sure that your resume is looking good,
right.
all of that.
Right.
Yes, that is definitely one. And and recently, I had took some photos with Mia I can't pronounce the last name. Turquoise Image. Shout out. Definitely want to give a shout out to Mia. Yes, shout out to Mia because we recently took some pictures and it was actually for Elite Talent Management, and the pictures came out nice. For those of you that follow me on social media, it was my most recent modeling pictures that I had took, and she's definitely a good photographer. She's actually looking for models right now. So if you are interested in for modeling pics and stuff, then definitely look her up. Hit her up on Instagram. She's looking for models that's always looking to take pictures monthly.
Yes, and she's definitely helped me with the branding.
Yeah.
So I appreciate everything that she's done for us at ETM, and hopefully we can continue working together and creating some magic.
Yes, definitely. And I even had told her, I said, hey, I'm willing to shoot monthly with you because I love the spotlight. Y'all know me. Mine already knows, man. I love the spotlight. So I don't mind looking good every few months.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm trying to bring that light skin back in style. Yes, and brown skin when I'm tanned.
Right.
Yes.
And I do want to say that we do have a workshop coming up March 19th. I have two phenomenal men that are coming to speak. Mike Berry, he's a motivational speaker, he's a filmmaker, he's an actor, he's everything in the industry. He's produced things that have been on the big screen, live streaming things. He's just great. Brandon, he produced Connected. He is actually one of my top bookers at ETM. He just did a CBS commercial that he got through, the help of me. I call myself the connector, because
yes.
I connect people.
Which you are, yes.
So if anyone's interested in learning the industry and, getting some knowledge and taking that first step, you can contact me at info@elitetalentmgmt.com or 216-245-9216.
Nice. Oh, yes. Well, he's the top booker for right now, but now that I'm on board, yes, he's going to have some competition.
All right,
yes.
So it's knocking you out.
But shout out to Brandon, though. I'm actually in one of his projects. casting in one of his projects
Okay.
right now. And yes, Brandon, he is good people. Definitely a good director and also a good actor too. Good actor too as well. And so while we're on the topic of of the acting industry, well, entertainment industry in general, um, being somebody who owns not an agency but like a talent management company,
Yes.
what would you say is some of the pros and cons of owning this business?
Whew. So for me, I'm doing it by myself. So just trying to make sure that I get enough connections out for my talent so that they feel like the money that they invested, because the workshop does cost money.
Okay.
Not as much as other things, but it does cost. But I want to make sure that everyone gets some type of casting. Because when I was doing it when I was younger, they overpromised a lot of things. I never even saw what a casting even looked like. So they just took my parents' money, pretty much. So I want to make sure that, I give everyone value out of what I'm doing for them. So I think that's the struggle right now. It's just, I work at 3 in the morning, and then I come home, I take a little nap, and then I just really try to dig in to find opportunities for the talent.
Yeah.
The pro would be seeing people living their dreams. Just being able to give them that push and to help elevate them, that does so much for my heart. Like, it brings so much joy to me. Helping runway models get paid gigs. Here, people use models and they don't want to pay them.
Yes,
But
that's true.
You're working. You're working. I actually just kind of getting off the topic, but I actually turned down an opportunity in Atlanta to walk. I wasn't being charged, but one of my clients told me that there's a fee for them.
Oh, hell
So morally,
Wow.
right? Morally, I mean, I could have been like, hey, whatever. I'm about to get on the stage, but morally, I can't get on that stage knowing that they're charging other people.
Right.
So when I reached out to him to find out, like, what is this fee for? And he's like, to pay for the venue, to pay to have the food backstage, to pay for if they want pictures.
That's not
No,
your
you need to put that
responsibility.
in your budget.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm working when I'm on stage, and I have no problem with models investing in training and workshops. They're learning. But if I'm on that runway, what are you teaching me? I'm actually working at that point.
Right.
So don't tell me that they're investing. If they can't invest in it, then they're not a model.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
That's true, because a little bit of word of advice for anybody who is an aspiring model, actor, whatever. If an agency is asking you for money to represent you, then turn the other cheek and walk away.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you never pay to get yourself represented.
That's right.
Yes, because that's definitely a scam right up your ass.
Yeah, like that 9 model management and stuff
Yes,
like
9,
that.
9.
That is one that is not legit
They are
at all.
so.
Yes, not legit, and I'm calling their asses out because
Me too.
I went for an interview for them. They was like, so for $300, we'll give you a comp card. $300.
Yeah, they had tiers, right?
Yeah, $300. But on top of that, $44 a month. And I'm like, what in the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I told them, I said, no, I do not have the money right now. I can't do it. But in my mind, I'm like, y'all assholes is fucking crazy.
Right.
Yeah, like who's another scam is that NAM, that National American Miss. Like they claim they have all these auditions and stuff like that for you all over Disney and stuff like that and Nickelodeon. And then they got tiers of you to pay to enter this so-called competition.
Right.
It's like, it is outrageous. It's like anywhere from $3,800 on up.
Mm-hmm. And they tell you that all these people will be there, and you'll get in front of agents
and you'll see
and XYZ, and it's not the case.
It is not what they say at all.
Same with Explore Talent, which I found out Explore Talent doesn't even have clients.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like Explore Talent, so I get a call from Explore Talent, and this is when I had first started getting into the industry, and I'm looking up agencies and stuff, and Explore Talent came up. So I filled out an application for them. They get a call. They call me saying something, oh, hey, Ryan, so, you got some, I was looking at your pictures. Oh, you look so nice. You got some nice eyes. You got nice skin, all that. We would love to represent you. and we'll represent you for 6 months for a fee of $266. And I said, and in my mind, I'm like, so after 6 months, what? Y'all gonna stop? Y'all gonna stop representing me?
Mm-hmm.
I told Explore Talent, I said, I'm sorry, I don't have that money right now, and yeah, I can't do it, and chose not to. And yeah, and that's when I knew that. That was when I knew that. Okay, I can't do that. Then when I had went to to another agency once for an interview, that was in Cincinnati, which was a legit one. Only reason why they didn't. Oh, we got a call.
Who's calling?
Yes, who's calling?
Hi, this is Monique Carstarphen calling you about my sister.
Oh, thank you so much, sister.
Oh, Monique. Oh my goodness, I
love you, sister.
Voice. Haven't heard that voice in a long time.
Oh, let me cry.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
Thank you, sister. I love you too.
Absolutely love you. Y'all have a good podcast and keep going.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, you say broadcast or podcast?
Podcast.
Oh no, we're radio. We ain't podcast. We're radio. Yes.
This is broadcast, Monique.
Broadcast, yes.
Broadcast. Absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you, sister.
All right.
Let me tell you.
Baby, it's my baby sister.
Yes. Nice person.
Cool.
But then I went, and the only reason why I didn't go with this agency in Cincinnati was because at that time I didn't have no experience and stuff. It wasn't experience, so that's why I didn't go with them. But I asked them about Explore Talent, and then that was when they told me about how, please tell me you didn't sign with them. They don't have clients. Right. They're a scam, and I think that's one of the toughest things when it comes to these agencies is who to trust and who not, because a lot of them are just such scams. And Ty, and that's what I like about and that is one thing I do like about Elite Talent, because you are definitely such like a good plug-in. I mean, you guys, ever since I had signed with Elite, man, I mean, I've gotten emails like shit, damn near every week about an audition, and they be, and a lot of them be, we paid ones too. Right. So, and that's what I do like about you, Ty, because yes, you want your talent to get paid. Right. Yes.
Absolutely. And there's times where, you do need to do a few of those free things to build your resume. Mm-hmm. And I put those in the group, and I say resume builder. Mm-hmm. So that way there's no misunderstanding, you're not getting paid. But for people who are starting out, you need to start somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So take those opportunities and learn. Just sit back and learn.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to acting, you do have to do some free acting. Mm-hmm. Like right. Even Terry Crews even said it, because like I didn't even know that when it came to Training Day, like he said he didn't get paid for that. Mm. He didn't get paid for Training Day, and he said that even before Training Day, there was times where he was an extra and some stuff and didn't get paid at all. So yeah, you do have to do some free acting, and I look at it like this: if you're trying to go into acting, and if you're looking for it. If you're turning down projects because you only get another caller.
There you go.
Yes. Caller, where you calling from? What's your name?
My name is Bria, and I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes, Bria, y'all. I'm sorry. These my peoples, y'all. That's all right. Hey, girl.
Oh, wow, Bria.
I love you. We good.
Yeah, oh wow, Bria, I haven't heard that name in forever. I haven't heard that voice in forever. Oh my goodness. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I love you, Bria.
I want to participate on the topic. I don't want to just participate. I want to participate. So I want to know you guys' opinion on something. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm listening on my other phone, so I didn't try to listen. I can hear you guys like live. But my question: what do you guys take on kid casting calls?
Good question.
Kid casting calls?
Yes, children. Mm-hmm.
They definitely prey on the children's industry. because they know that the parents want it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be mindful and do your due diligence and research. If you put in that casting's name and you don't, nothing pops up, it's a sure sign that it's not legit. There are some good places, but again, you have to do the research. Just finding those connections, again, you know, finding a good management and consulting company like ETM, period, to help guide you. I mean, that's what I do. I guide. And, you know, like I said, I do have a fee for the workshop, but then you are included in, and then you're continuously getting consulting for $0.00.
Yeah, I told her my baby is a star and I'm gonna send it to her. So
Yes, she did tell me.
I'm gonna send my daughter your way.
That's really good to know. I was wondering, I would see a lot of kids having cars and you go to the website and they want you to enter, your car comes in, or you link with like the hottest people and, you know, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Sure sign that it's not legit.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely do agree on you because yes, I do think that they do prey, on when it comes to like the kids
Right.
and the castings, and then not only that, you got the parents that also look at it as a way for extra money for them because when a child star is getting paid, the money is going through. It's coming to mom and dad first. It ain't coming to it ain't coming to the kid.
Yeah. Now see, in New York, you have to set up an account for the child.
That's wonderful.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yes. So you have. It's like there's no way around it. If you don't set up that account, then they won't work with you.
Good.
Yeah, because that's what happened to Gary Coleman with Different Strokes. Like he said that his parents was taking his money.
Right.
When he was a kid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I think that's not cool because if your kid because it's your kid who's acting, so it's not you.
Right.
Their money, that money is theirs.
Right.
So I definitely do think that the kids can be a target for both, not just the agency, but also for the parent too.
Right. Exactly.
Wow. Thank you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your question.
Talking to you all.
Oh, yes, likewise.
thank you. Love you, Bria.
I love you too.
All right. And Ty, so being somebody who has been in this industry since you was 14, so and here's the question I always have for my entertainers. It's a two-part question. Have you ever thought about moving out of Cleveland for the acting and modeling, and do you feel like it's needed? It's needed to move out of here. Like, do you feel like Cleveland is the city to make it big? The two-part question, yes.
That's good. There are opportunities here in Cleveland. You just have to be connected with those opportunities.
True that.
It's not always about your ability sometimes. It's about who you know.
Yeah.
But if you want, I don't think you really have to move out. You just have to have that connection. Because you can have one agency that's connected to another agency in New York and LA. If you're willing to travel, and that's you have to make a sacrifice.
Right.
I've had opportunities where I go to work at 3 a.m. I get off at 11, technically 12, but don't tell nobody 11, and then I get on the road and drive to Cincinnati for a 5-minute audition.
Hey.
Get in the car and come back. Sacrifices.
Yeah.
So how bad do you want it? And when I first started at ETM, I used to get so upset because I was giving out all these castings and no one was applying. No one was submitting. And I'm like, so I had to take a step back. It's not everyone's passion. Some people just want to do it as a hobby. So I had to check myself emotionally because I was just really frustrated. Like I'm up, I wake up in the middle of the night and stroll and look for castings and no one's submitting.
Okay.
So I have to, that kind of know what you said, but so no, I don't think you have to move. I just think it depends on your dedication to it, your ability to move around. I'm passport ready, so if I get a casting in the UK, I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
And me, I'm ready. And y'all, for those that know me, you know I'm ready. You know I'll do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just your flexibility. Flexibility. What was the second part?
Well, the second part was, have you ever thought about moving at one point, like to Atlanta or New York, LA, any of that?
No, because again, I see castings in Atlanta. I'll just book a flight.
I know that's right.
Hey, my job. They got you going in tomorrow, and they can tell me I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to not do my passion because of my 9 to 5.
Yes.
So just be flexible.
Yeah, and it is a sacrifice because
it's a big sacrifice.
Because like when they were shooting the LeBron movie that was here in Cleveland. I mean, I called off work. I had to use sick time from my job, and I don't give a shit who's listening from my job.
Okay.
I had to call off work 3 fucking times,
Mm-hmm.
but it was because that it's something I like doing,
right.
And because even though I was an extra that was getting some good camera time,
right.
Yep.
And I was getting paid, and it is something that I want to do, and then that was when I had realized myself, like, oh my goodness. You really, really got to make sacrifices to make it in this industry.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm willing to do because, I do want to be doing entertainment as a career.
Right.
And it is something that I love, that I do love doing.
Right.
So, yeah, you definitely, so Ty, and I can definitely understand where you're coming from when you say people don't submit because I low-key get kind of mad whenever people be asking me, oh, hey Ryan, I'm interested in acting. Can you send me some auditions and stuff, or can you know there's a casting call? And if I tell them there's one, they'll never submit.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, how serious are you about it?
Right.
How serious are you about it? I mean, because acting is not for everybody.
No.
So you definitely gotta. It's definitely something that you have to know if you want to do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And Maya. Oh
I
man.
actually had a question.
Yeah.
Miss T.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm bad with names, so I'm gonna just say Miss
Ty is
T.
good.
That's Miss Ty. Yeah. But I just have a question. We had brief conversations before we started all of this.
Yeah.
So just about balancing everything.
Mm-hmm.
How you say it's sacrifice. Everybody hears sacrifice, and everything. But how is it really truly balancing that? Like being actually working your 9 to 5, your 3 a.m. to 2 p.m. or noon, and then you're also a mom, and then you also are a business owner. So how is that really, trying to find that balance? Because I'm like that. I'm a mom. I work, and I do have other endeavors that I do want to do. Don't really know how to tap into them yet. But how are you able to just balance all of that?
It's a struggle. But I have my planner.
Mm-hmm.
I set aside time for everything that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that I love to sleep. I love my bed. I really do.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
But I set my clock. I give myself that time to pour into myself and just rejuvenate.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get up and I grind.
Period.
And then, I am in a relationship, and he's an entrepreneur, and he works harder than me. But we take the time to do our lunches together. We still have our dates.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. So it's just really making a decision. You have to make a decision of what's important to you, and then stick to that, and just plug away.
It's great advice.
Yes.
Keep that up here.
That was a good question too.
Yeah, it was a great question.
Because it all it's definitely entertainment. It's definitely and especially I ain't gonna say entertainment, but when you're trying to work your way towards making it entertainment, time management is definitely a big key in that. Yes.
And it's important to have, just kind of go back to my relationship a little bit, to have someone that supports you.
Absolutely.
I was before this relationship. I was with someone when I first started getting in the industry, and I mean, I was going to Detroit for auditions, and it was like when I came home, it was always question, you know. And I was just like, I left that relationship for that reason because I'm like, I have an opportunity to live my dream.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be in this relationship where every day is hostile and I have something to do. So I chose me. I chose me, and I moved on. And everyone's like, "Oh, you were living in a $500,000 house." Yes, I was. It was great, you know. But was it worth it? Was it worth me giving up what I? Yes. And now I have peace, and I have support, and you know, he pushes me. He like sends me like little messages, like, you know, good job on the show tonight, or you know, good luck and this. You know, he's just there.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's so important in a relationship to have someone that, you know, is not like bringing you down and making you feel bad about having to travel. Like he makes sure that if I have to go to a hotel, that it's close to where I need to be. Like, you know, he just makes sure that I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's important too. That's important.
I was going to echo the same thing Ty was saying. Like, I've been married for 19 years as of this past weekend.
Anniversary, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, if it doesn't go without the work, but I got a wonderful support system in my husband and in my parents.
Yes.
You know, they are a wonderful support system. And when I can get my siblings to run across here, you know, they're good for it always too. You know, including something that I got coming up for the station next week. Like, it was all on them. You know, like, don't tolerate anybody not standing for what you do.
Yes.
Like, get rid of them immediately. And don't give up on CNN.
Y'all gonna see me on CNN one day.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, don't give up.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so Maya, yes, my fellow college friend of, oh my goodness, 11 years.
11 years.
Oh my goodness, I still remember the exact one.
Let me tell y'all about Ryan. The first time I met him, I had on this beautiful. I was a freshman in college, and I had on this beautiful white top. I ain't had no money then, so I think it was from like Rainbow or something like that. So no shade to the Rainbow girls. I still would go up in Rainbow and give me some little things. But beautiful white top. Ryan bumps into me with some wine, some red wine. Spills it all over this beautiful white top.
That was some Sangria and Rossi from the gas station.
It was some Carla.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And that stain never came out. And that's how I remember him. I'm like, you was the dude that bumped into me and spilled this red wine on my shirt.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And the rest is history.
Yes, I was. Oh, my goodness. Yes, that was. Yeah. Well, at least it's a memory, though.
It's definitely a memory.
Yes, remember, you still got the stain in your, you still got the stain in your,
Well, I threw the shirt away. Ryan suggested that I kept it, but no.
Oh, shit. See, that would have been a good memory to have.
No, I'm not keeping a stained shirt, Ryan.
Oh, man. All right, man. Well, I know a lot about you, but why don't you tell our viewers and our listeners about Miss Maya Carstarphen?
Okay. Well, my name is Maya.
Yes.
I met Ryan at YSU.
Yeah.
I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm a best friend. I'm a daughter. And that's just me. I work for Southwick Municipal Court. I don't know if I probably should announce it out here. That's where I work, and I'm a clerk there in the civil department. So that's what I do. I get up and go to work and work hard every day for my little baby, Marlo, my mom, my little 2-year-old. That's my world. That's who I work for. So yeah, that's all about me. I'm just a young adult trying to pave my way through life and keep pushing.
But yeah, because when I had met you, because it was so crazy, because when I met you, yes, you was a criminal justice major.
Yes.
And then here you are, you are working, like, in that field.
Yes, and I really do like it. And honestly, when I went to do criminal justice, I honestly did it because I used to love Law and Order SUV. I literally run home from school in high school and go watch that, so that's why I picked the major. But I really didn't know what field I wanted to go into. But honestly, since I've been working at the court, I really do like the court system. I know a lot of people don't, but it's a day every day, and I enjoy it. And that's kind of where, if I don't never get on CNN, I'll be at the courts.
There you go.
You still might end up on there.
I still might as a legal correspondent.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, so that's what I do.
Well, at least you're doing something, in the field that you had studied in, because I remember at one point you was talking about being. Did you want to be like a probation officer or a parole officer?
Yeah, I did think about probation or parole, but I don't know. They be looking for the people outside in the street.
Yes, and that can be a
I
headache.
don't want to do that.
Yes, and that can definitely be a headache.
Yeah, you gotta be under the radar.
Yeah,
if you're a probation officer or parole, not be outside. So I don't think that's gonna work for me.
And being somebody who works in criminal justice, so what is your views as far as for the justice system right now? Because the justice system is fucked up. How do you feel? In my opinion, I think it's fucked up.
From the outside looking in, yes, it can look fucked up, absolutely. But honestly, for me, where I work, I've been here, it'll be 2 years in May. I've been under some great judges, acting judges, visiting judges, and I have all seen them give grace on the stand to anybody, Asian, white, black. So a lot of people just, they get that notation because they're not in it. But when you see different cases every day, you be like, okay, I see that. I see you could have went this route, but you went this route. So I just think it's also kind of like in your field, it's about who you know. And then if you ever get in trouble, get a lawyer. That lawyer gonna help you. If you can't afford one, Cleveland Legal Aid Society.
Right, that part.
So I don't want to say it is in different aspects, yes, but I'm in a smaller court. It's a suburban municipal court, so it's different than Cleveland Municipal Cuyahoga County Court. So, but from the judges and lawyers that I see every day, I couldn't say that honestly.
And since you have been working there, have you? How has it had impacted you as far as for, like how's the justice system as far as for impacted you, especially with what is all going on, with our people in the justice system and with with cops and stuff and everything, because you had a lot of stuff that happened over the years, you got the George Floyd that had happened, then you had what's her face, dang it, I can't remember her name. She was the one who had supposedly had died in jail. I forgot her name.
Sandra Bland.
Sandra, I was gonna say Sandra.
Yeah. Then you had Sandra Bland. You had Sandra Bland that had happened. Mm-hmm. Then you had stuff like Eric Gardner and stuff. So yes, how has working in that, how's that impacted?
I have a different perspective because I feel like when it comes to anything that happens in the world, everybody tries to put everybody in the box. We're gonna put all the cops in the box. We're gonna put all the judges in the box. We're gonna put all the lawyers in the box. We're gonna put all black people in the box. And I feel like everybody's different. And I came from a city. I grew up in Warrensville Heights, so I was around black cops all my life. It was some white cops, but I didn't have cops that would be rude to me or do certain things. So I didn't really experience that, honestly, until I went to Youngstown. So I just have a different perspective because I feel like they just try to put everybody in the box, and I feel like everybody's different because I feel like even when you brought up all those situations, but let's bring up Mr. Nichols in Memphis. Those were all black cops that did that to that guy. So I feel like we need to stop putting everybody in a box because everybody's different. Everybody has different backgrounds, and we just have to take all that into consideration when we speak on the cops. Because it's good cops and it's bad cops, just like it's good people and it's bad people. So I don't feel like it is it can be sometimes a cop thing, but a lot of it is a people thing, a person thing, a humanity thing, and who you are as a person.
And speaking of people's situations, so we just found out that the teacher who got like the student who had shot that teacher, he's not facing any charges.
A 6-year-old.
What is your view on that? Because the teacher is currently suing the district, and I'm
laughing, but it's really not funny because I would be very upset if a 6-year-old shot me. So as far as charges, I see where they're coming from. What parent wants to see their 6-year-old? If my baby shot somebody, she don't deserve no charges. If she shot you, she shot you. No pun intended to the teacher. But it's just weird. It's just every situation is just so different when it comes to these shooting situations. I think it's more of a gun problem. If anything don't get charged, I feel like it should be his parents. Maybe maybe
Yeah.
not him need to get charged, the child, but maybe your mom and dad, because where did you get this gun from? I feel like these kids are getting access to guns because of the adults. They're getting access to going to school with edibles and gummies because of these adults. So I feel like we can't hold accountable kids, and kids are going to be kids regardless. They see stuff and they're going to do what they see. So yeah, he probably should not get no charges, but somebody got to get him, and maybe it should be his parents.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because where else will you get the gun from?
Absolutely.
Unless you got it from somebody off the street.
Doubt it.
And what about the teacher? So do you think do you agree with the teacher suing the district for that?
Absolutely, because she's not getting anything. The kid is not getting no charges. No parents are not getting no charges. At least y'all could throw us some M's. Why not? She got shot at her job.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be accountable. So if they're not gonna make the child accountable or the parents accountable, it's the school district. Somebody's gonna have to take the blame.
And you pretty much had answered the other question too that I was gonna ask, if that was your kid who would have shot it, would you probably would have.
I wouldn't want my baby to get no charges. I would take them charges for my daughter because I would feel horrible, and I'm not a gun owner, but I would feel horrible if I did have a gun and my baby accessed it and took it to school and shot another dog.
Yes.
That would make me feel sick to my stomach, and I wouldn't have anything but remorse and feel guilty and whatever you need from me because it falls on the adults at the end of the day.
Yeah. Ty, because you're a parent. If it was you in that situation where, say, your daughter, shot a student, would you take the bullet for those charges, or would you want your kid to face the charges?
I mean, I'm gonna echo that. It's on me. It's on me. Like, why is my gun not locked up?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to suck it up and deal with it.
And do you also agree that the teacher should be suing the district as well?
Again, something needs to happen. Something. She needs some compensation. And I just think nowadays we don't value people's lives. Some people are just out here just running wild. Like, what happened? What happened? And I go back to just getting back to the basics of life. Like, when I was growing up, my grandparents, we had Sunday dinners. I read to my daughter every night. Just those basics are gone. Yep. There's no values anymore.
Yeah, especially with the way now, because kids having access to guns and stuff. Since they've already been shooting up schools and stuff. Now you got this, that didn't happen. They're getting guns. They're getting access somehow.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely want. Okay, if I was a teacher. And if I got, and if somebody shoot me, then I'm gonna be suing the district too.
Yeah.
But like the kid ain't getting no charges. Then I'm gonna want, at least the parents get charges because in my mind I'm thinking, okay, got the gun somehow.
Yeah.
So definitely.
It definitely should.
Definitely get
I think
prosecuted.
the parents, and I know they probably don't want that, but somebody has to be accountable for that.
And decisive.
Yes.
How about you? Because you're a parent too. If it was you in that situation, and if Sky was to shoot somebody, would you be like, oh, okay, nah, I want her to get charged, or would you take the bullet and face the charges for that?
We have to do a little something together. Because what were you doing, taking a gun out the house? Like, I got a whole issue with that. What made you think it was okay? So you're gonna have to endure some type of punishment. I'm gonna eat it too, cause she's 6, but I'm sad. Yeah,
like you're grounded for life.
Something like that.
Yes.
I know I can't send her away and trust somebody else to do the right thing. That's on me. Yeah, the white people can have that one, but like that's not even our environment. So what? Yeah, I would flip.
And do you also agree that are you on the same side of the teacher as far as for suing the district for that?
No.
Oh, you don't think he sued the district?
For what?
She need to be compensated.
Yeah.
No, it ain't on the district. It ain't on me either. But I'm just being honest. Like what? The district didn't do nothing.
I'm thinking the only reason why that teacher was suing the district
She reaching.
Yeah.
She can't get a 6-year-old, so she's just.
Yeah.
She's just trying to get somebody accountable.
I'm thinking maybe they had like one of those like airport security type of things at the school or something.
That's what I would like to see. What is she? What basis is she suing?
Yeah.
Like what are you? What's your claim?
Right.
That's what I want to know. Because that'll depend if it's gonna go or not. But right. I'm sure she lawyered up, so they probably figured out something.
And it's really sad that you can't even go to work and feel safe.
Yeah, that's literally my worst fear is being somewhere and somebody get to shoot me. Like that literally became a phobia of mine. Like I don't like it, and I hate that. That's literally the world we live in now. And you never know. You can be anywhere. You can be at work. You can be at the grocery store. You can be at the movie theater and chilling, and somebody gonna come in and try to shoot you. Like I don't like that, and it really causes anxiety.
Yeah,
it makes me not want to be nowhere but with my family.
and that is so true because even now when I was going to visit my old high school, nowadays at least at my high school, you have to call to schedule to visit up there. I remember before all these school shootings were happening, you came to visit your old school, you could just walk up in there. Yeah. But now, they gotta go through security, you gotta call in advance and stuff and all that. I'm like, they is really, really cracking down on that. I understand. Yes, they
literally people that are literally nuts out here.
And since you talked about the movie, since you mentioned being in movie theaters, we can't forget about the one guy, being Batman, shooting up shit in the movie theater.
You really can't go anywhere.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it does suck. And it really, what's even the motive for that? I mean, you want to shoot up people. I mean, you want to shoot somebody. Shoot your own damn self. Shit, don't be. Don't shooting up people.
I don't get the murder-suicide thing. I really don't get that because
like that girl in Texas,
Italy Tech. I don't get it. Why shoot somebody now? You got your own family. Not I would hate for you to kill your mama. Why you gotta go kill my mama? Like I don't understand that.
Like, why you the girl in Italy, Texas stabbed all 5 of her kids and killed 3 of them. Do you know that her sister did it before her? Killed her 7-year-old.
That's a crazy ass family. Okay, the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like I don't get that. Like I don't get that. And we all. That's why people need to go to counseling. I mean, we all. Mental health is serious, and I think that's one thing that the world need to really focus on because people is really going nuts in their head. We need to figure out why.
They definitely
get to the bottom of it. They're literally losing their mind in America. People on a daily basis. So they need to really get to the bottom of that, and everybody need to go to get therapy and counseling so we can figure out these red flags for these people that want to go up and shoot up all these places because it's not okay.
Side note, y'all. This Mexican cartel. So they issued an apology for the kidnappings they recently did and killing the Americans and claimed they've turned over 5 men responsible for the attack. What?
Yeah, and that was actually a topic that we was going to go into.
Yeah, that was one of our
Yes, and so I haven't really been following that case. So could somebody please kind of tell me what had happened with that? Were these tourists that went missing?
And it's the people. The lady was there.
They drove into Mexico.
Yeah. She was there to get
some plastic surgery.
Yeah, BBL. Yeah. And the other people were there. One was there to celebrate her birthday. So it was 4 in all, 5 in all, right? There to celebrate and stuff like that. And they mistake them for, a rival gang and kidnapped them.
What?
Yes.
I just
They killed 2, and the other 2, I guess, are back here now.
So I'm confused as to, so they drove into Mexico. They get past the border. So is this on the outskirts or is this by the border?
In Tijuana.
So they didn't pass the border patrol. Okay, because I'm I know this ain't happening right on the border patrol. That's crazy.
It is. That is so.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Period.
Yeah.
I hate that for them.
Yeah,
and it makes me honestly not want to go to Mexico again.
Yeah, and they were innocent. Just there to
have a good time. It's very sad, but I'm glad that they did find the people, but that don't make it better. That's ridiculous. Right. Stuff like that should not be happening.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, Lily reminds me of the one girl who was dead with her friends.
That's about Shaquella Robinson.
Yeah,
I will be glad when they take care of that situation and get the Cabo 6.
Yeah, because I was wondering, was there any update with that case? Because, I haven't really been following it.
From my understanding, as of recently, Mexico has done everything they're supposed to do, and they're waiting on the U.S. And so it's up to the U.S. to send or put out a warrant to send the Cabo 6 over there, mainly the Quanah White. And I think, what's that girl's name? Winter Donovan, that heifer? Yeah, she'd take her ass over there too. Because what still gets me is that comment she made. Oh yeah, well, Shaquella had what she had coming from that stupid shit she did. What?
Wow. Yeah, that was crazy.
What?
Wow. That's why I really only be with the OTS, only the family, because and me and my family, we get into it. But we would never. We get into it nose to nose, okay? But,
yes.
To do that was just ridiculous. I really hate that happened to her, honestly. Especially in another country. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, that happened to one of my friends.
Right.
Like, I just, when I be hearing stuff like that, I just be feeling bad for people's parents. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like, that would make me sick to my stomach.
So, like, her friends, her friends ain't none of, because I'm trying to remember, are they all facing charges, or just some of them going out facing charges?
Well, for right now, I think it's only Jaquana White. I really haven't heard about them really, wanting to go after anybody else right now, but they all got it coming.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
They gotta face the
Mexico
charges.
is waiting, and so it's
and
just
that's
up
gonna
to.
be terrible. Well, you know what? That's their karma. Y'all did that in Mexico. Y'all about to be in Mexico jail. Good luck. Good luck to you.
Mexican prisons ain't the funnest. So
they're gonna be sleeping on straw.
Yeah. Gonna be taking mud baths and stuff. That's what they gonna be. That's what they gonna be doing. They're gonna be sleeping with the flies.
With the goats.
Yeah, with the goats. Yes. That's what they gonna be doing. And since we was on the topic of guns, oh man, I mean, I know you guys. Maya and Ty. I know you guys are not big on sports, but Decisive. I know you are obviously, but. How do you guys feel about this shit with Ja Morant, though? Man, I mean,
I don't want to see the brother forever out of the NBA, but he definitely needs to learn a lesson from this. Like, that is stupid. I don't understand whether you're a musician or an athlete. Like, for what? For what? You've been blessed to get away from the dangers that type of life serves you and the people in it. You get a whole new refresher, and you get to take your family with you. And you mean to tell me that you're that infatuated with wanting to be a thug? Wow. Picture me a thug. Listen, Tupac said a whole lot that didn't nobody hear. Nah. Picture me a thug, and now look at you, dumbass.
But he could finesse it though, saying that
ain't no finessing it. No, there's no finessing it. He beat up a 17-year-old. He assaulted a waiter. Of course, the gun thing. Like, no matter. What Texas say, Colorado said that they don't have evidence of the NBA still investigating, and it's the simple fact that you still had the gun in the video.
Wow.
You still had the gun in the video for what? For what?
Yeah, there's no need for that. I just feel like it's, especially in the time that we live in with
all the dangers, especially to our men.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just feel like this is not even the time to even be playing like this.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to set to the side of the fact that you were around a bunch of men, even though it was a strip club, you were around a bunch of men with no shirt on. I mean, I'm just going to leave that alone. Leave that alone. Yeah. But very stupid. Yeah, he definitely deserves. I would give him the Gilbert Arena.
He got just suspended, right?
Just a couple of, it's indefinite for right now.
Oh, indefinite?
Yeah, it's indefinite. So I would definitely, I would definitely give him the Gilbert Arena. Not Latrell Sprewell. I would give him the Gilbert Arena treatment. I would suspend him. 50 games. Well, Latrell got 88 games.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What was it? And then what was that? Meta World Peace. Who was he before? Ron Artest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panda Lowdown and all that stuff. Anyway, he got 80 something games too for the Malice in the Palace. So he could get a Gilbert Arenas and hope that he truly understands the error of his ways and gets it right.
Yeah.
$200 million and you want to be a thug?
I don't get
Listen, I'm a lame every day for that much money. You understand me? I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? But to have these flights of fancies about reverting back into the hood and these streets and stuff, like, for what?
It's nothing else.
That's everything that your whole family or your family should have wanted you to get away from.
Yes.
I don't get it. I don't get the fantasy.
Do you know how old he is?
26. Yep.
Okay, I was hoping he was going to say like 21, 22.
Y'all 26 old.
Yeah, too old. They got too much to lose to be doing stuff.
Even
like
at
that,
21, sure. Like this is life, and you
get
it.
Yeah.
You know, you
That's
get
true.
it. And you get to avoid all the nonsense for the most part. You know, the rest of it is up to what you ignore and what you accept. You know.
Yeah. I don't get these people who are become rich, get money, y'all on the right track. Whether it be basketball, whether it be a rapper, whatever you're doing, like I don't get them having all this money and still y'all get out the street. We know y'all probably started there, right? Because that's why y'all connected.
He didn't.
Right.
You remember that episode in 8 Mile where they said Clarence' parents got a real good marriage? You know, well, same thing with John Moran. He grew up in a 2-family household. Yeah. He went to a private school. You know, he had a good life. Yeah, they be trying to identify with that. So for what? I don't understand. It was never you. It's literally. And if you're gonna divert to that, like, why even attempt to become a professional basketball player? Just go on ahead and hit the streets. Yeah, exactly. I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't.
I mean,
just like my boy Young Thug, I love him so much, but I'm so mad at him right now. Like, I'm so mad at him right now.
Money can do something. Money can be. I guess as I say, money can definitely change you.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's more than a money thing. You know, because if it was all about money, listen. I'd be somewhere dockside, you know.
You said dockside.
That's what that money do, with a couple of lobsters, you know. Yes, come on now.
Living my best life. Y'all want to see me?
Absolutely.
I mean, y'all see me, but not too often.
Yes.
Dope, man. Yes.
Wearing my own name brand.
Maybe he might learn. Maybe he might learn his lesson from this.
Hopefully.
Who knows?
I believe that he will.
Yeah.
Honestly, because he know, and I know if you talk about he got 2-parent household and private school, I know they cussing him out.
Yeah, and T,
because I know my mama and daddy would.
Yeah, but you know what, T Morant, bruh, you're his father, not his friend.
Yeah.
You know, because he's fell into the spotlight too. And you see where it's kind of razzle-dazzled him, and his head is a little heavy. Yeah. Like bobble sometimes. Heavy indeed, though. Straighten up, bruh. That's your son. He needs a father still.
Yes. Maybe he might pull a Carmelo. He might get out of it. Because Carmelo was like that at one point when he was young. Get into that shit. But he escaped it.
Shout out to the old commissioner, David Stern. He jacked Carmelo up real quick, though.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. He like, look here. You know, you're getting all this money. Like, this is not what this money was intended for. You know, Carmelo's acting like he wasn't trying to understand. He was like, you want to go home? Right. You want to get that contract taken away from you? He straightened up real quick. Yeah. And even though he said he walked away, he was still upset from it. He's like, it didn't take him long to understand and realize what was going on. Because he was like, David Stern knew his whole life.
Yeah.
You know, and who he hung out with and everything. He's like, get rid of those people. Same thing with Ja. Get rid of those people.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that they let you slip into darkness like that shows that they have no... you know, good intent on the life you're living. They just want to enjoy the moment, you know.
Then we just live in a generation where people want to post everything. Like, I don't like that. Like, everything doesn't have to be posted.
Yes.
Like, even if you do have a gun, like, that's your business. I mean, we have the rights, as we all know, to have a gun. So it's literally nothing wrong with you doing that. But why? It's just like, why do you have to post everything?
Like how
habit of doing
like how in Chicago that one years ago when they was on Facebook Live beating the dude with the 2x4. The wood.
People are just not.
But see,
that's all they can do these days.
But you know the athletes are privy to not having to go through PSA checks and stuff like that. So the fact that you ain't got no business having no gun.
Yeah. Right.
No business. So, you know, I hope we get it together. You know, I hate to see a brother go down. I hope he learns his lesson. I hope he comes out on time.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. And did you guys watch the Chris Rock special at all? Oh man. I mean,
you go first, Ryan.
Well, I didn't watch it.
You say you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. I mean, only thing I did was I had YouTube what he said about Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I did. I just watched that, but I haven't watched the whole special even because I didn't even know he even had a special that was coming out until when I saw a post on Facebook saying, "Oh, Chris Rock is having a live Netflix special," and then I just happened to just YouTube what he said about Will Smith since that whole incident. But okay, decide. So you go first.
You go ahead. Tell me what you think about what he said about Will Smith.
So me personally, okay. So what I don't get is this though. Okay, you're a comedian. You started the shit. You made the joke.
Yeah.
And yet you're coming after the guy, after you're the one who had started all of it.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, I really do think that he needs to like let it go because overall you was the one who had started it. Yeah, he needs to let it go and he needs to move on. But this is his first time speaking out about it since it has happened. So, you know what I mean? Okay, you spoke about it, but I mean, it just doesn't really quite. It really doesn't quite really make sense to me.
Okay, well, I have a question before we get to deliberating. Mm-hmm. Do anybody think that? Do y'all think Chris Rock was wrong?
Yeah, he was.
You feel like he was wrong? Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I feel bad.
I think there's definitely a fine line.
Okay.
You're a comedian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
So there definitely has to be a fine line in, just being careful, being sensitive to people's situations.
I will say this. I feel like he did make it more personal. Mm-hmm. I feel like he made his joke too personal. That's what made it a fine line. But I do feel like our society now have become, I don't feel like you can joke. Like, I be sometimes watching stuff, like when we used to watch back in the day, like in the 90s or in the early 2000s, like, oh my God, if this came out today,
yes,
it'd be a wrap. The movie would be over. You're not getting anything. Like, I'm not getting no money. Like, you're canceled. Like, so I feel like that's just, everybody's so sensitive to a lot of different things now. Mm-hmm. Because if we go back into history and to see certain movies that's came out in the past, like, I feel like a lot of people joke about different things that would be like, whew, that's true. It was a little cringy, but everybody just now it's getting cringy to everybody now. So, but I do feel like he was wrong. Do y'all feel like Will Smith was wrong?
No, I don't.
So you don't?
Let me feed y'all a little rich history about the situation. See, and this is what they're not talking about. It's just like with Deshaun Watson. You know, when Deshaun Watson said, I want to go to trial, and everybody ignored it, Like he said, no, I don't want a settlement. I want to go to trial. Like everybody ignored it. So here's the problem with this Chris Rock thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like Will Smith should probably slap him again. He only gave Chris, Lord. Chris only gave Will like 2 minutes of light. But yet, through a good portion of his comedy special, he was calling Jada out her name. And here's my thing. Mm-hmm. It's been 30 years.
Yeah.
I'd have got him there and slapped you too. I'd have probably went a little further and just roughed him up.
Yeah.
Because my wife's name has no business in your mouth. 30 long years. She rejected you 30 years ago. She said, I'm not interested. Right. You're not her type. And so she's not interested. She had every right to reject you. Mm-hmm. Why play games? Mm-hmm. Right. You can't get over your hurt feelings. And so, for the life of your career to this point, we're hearing about how you feel about Jada.
So, because I'm not really familiar with everything that he said about Jada, so I'm ignorant to that.
Yeah,
but, So it's basically, you're saying it's way deeper than.
Yeah,
it was before the grant.
Yeah, she rejected him some 30 years ago. And ever since then, she been the
topic, the joke
topic of his dang on. Yeah, whatever he does, and that's why, y'all heard Will say, like, come on now. Yeah. He ain't gonna get pumped up over some 2 seconds on stage of him talking about her. Come on, we know Will Smith better than that. And that's what I couldn't stand about the whole situation. Mm-hmm. Y'all know, we know Will Smith. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith ain't kept nothing a secret. We know Will Smith. Yeah. So for him to go there like that, keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Oh, man, deja vu.
I mean, I get it. I just wish, for me, and I hate to say, like I'm all for violence or whatever, but I'm all for an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I just feel like instead of him trying to save his little speech or whatever, I would have rather him see him square over Will Smith right there on the stage. Like, why are you waiting a year later to try to continuously just run your mouth about it? Like, like if you felt that bad, you literally got slapped on national TV and you trying to call him a bitch ass nigga, but you're the bitch ass nigga to me, in my personal opinion, because why would you let this grown man slap you in the face like that? I don't care where we are. Somebody can slap me right now. It's on the floor. So I don't understand That's my only thing with him. But
well, my view on it is so yeah, being somebody who who does stand up. I mean, I look at it like this: if you're a comic, if you're that type of comic who has to always talk about somebody in the audience, that right there tells me that you probably ain't got no material in your hands right then and there.
Yeah.
Or you probably ain't got the best material thought of right then and there before you even decide to go out there and tell jokes. You want to just take everything out on the audience. And I'm not that type of comic who is like I'm not a roasting comic, or I'm not the type of comic that does. I'm not the type of comic that does, talk about the audience. I mean, the only time I'm ever talking about somebody in the audience is if you come at me.
Yeah.
That's the only time I do it. And so when that situation did happen, I mean, so I feel like that Chris Rock, okay, he's wrong if he knew that Jada had alopecia and all that.
Yeah.
If he didn't know about it, then no, he's not wrong. So that's my view on it. And as far as for Will Smith going there and smacking him, I think that, okay, you shouldn't have gone up on the stage and smacked him. You should have just, waited till the after party to confront him about it, or square up with him, whatever, and handle that situation there. Don't do it because as entertainers, Ty, this, when it comes to entertainers, and Marie, this too. I mean, Decisive, this too. When it comes to entertainers, with the way social media is and everything, as an entertainer, the minute you do something, it's out there on social media, and then everybody want to put a bad image on you and want to try to blackball you and all that. Just like how they did with Will, banned him from the Oscars for 10 years.
I wouldn't care
then you had them rumors.
I wouldn't care. He should never want to go back to the Oscars. I got mine. I'm out.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. And then you had the rumors talking about, they're not going to do Bad Boys 4, or they might cancel Bel Air and all that stuff, even though none of that is not happening. So, but
I've seen 2 good episodes of Bel Air. So
I haven't even watched it yet.
Yeah, I just think they just did that just to
keep the buzz going.
To keep the people who really was mad.
Yeah, keep the buzz going.
Right.
But
Will Smith is Will Smith. He's not canceled. We all know Will Smith.
Yeah, no, he's not canceled. No, but overall, though, I mean, Chris Rock, I think that he got it out because it's the first time he spoke about it since it got it out. Okay, now let's just move on. I don't want to hear you talking about Will Smith. I don't want to hear you talking about Will Smith, this, Jada, that. No more in any of your stand-ups at all, because it's done is done. Will Smith did his apology video. Chris Rock did his Netflix special where he got his shit out, talking shit. So it's there and done. But I do plan on watching his Netflix special just because I like Chris Rock and I think he is funny. But that right there is just it's just making me think like, okay, wow. As you can see, any little thing is definitely can definitely make your image look bad.
Because I think it just goes back to like, I'm gonna shout out my girl Dasmine. She have a song, and in the beginning of the song, her grandmother is speaking, basically saying, "Don't let nobody make a fool out of you." And I feel like sometimes when you react in a certain way, even if you have every grounds to feel that I can flip this table right now because you said X, Y, Z, and I feel this way, and I'm mad, and you disrespected me, and I'm gonna go off. But when you go off, you still the one everybody looking at like, oh, you're the bad one, you're the crazy one. So I just feel like we have to take that into, because Chris Rock, he just got paid for sitting up talking shit about well, he was getting paid at the Oscar to sit up and talk shit. So it's just like Will Smith, like he stood his ground as a man for his wife, absolutely. But at the same time, they try to blackball him. They ban him and do stuff and he had in his mind he had all the grounds to. He felt like he was warranted to do what he did, But sometimes you just can't let people make a fool out of you because you do and act certain a way, and then you're the crazy one. Like, so I just think that's what it goes back to. Like, is he wrong? No. Could he handle it a different way? Yes. That's all, and that's just the end of the story, But just have to keep that in mind, with our emotions.
You said we talk all the emotions.
Yeah, because I'm an emotional person, so I've had to learn that over the years, to just Trying to keep it back.
And speaking,
you would really go to jail out here.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's true. And speaking of Netflix specials, I did not even know that Missing Plane documentary had came out. Yes. So
I gotta watch that.
Okay. I gotta watch it too.
I'm like episode 1.5.
Shut your mouth.
Episode 1.5 in, and it's really puzzling to me. So basically, I'm gonna just give y'all the.
I don't care for spoilers.
Oh, okay. Well, just basically summary. The plane went missing and never landed. It was coming from Malaysia to Beijing. Never landed. They still can't find the plane missing. They were able to track it once everything electrical went off in the plane. Per the radar in space, not the radar, the satellite in space, they were able to track that the plane turned around and started going south towards, we don't know what, because there's nothing over there but water and probably little islands. So everybody have all these conspiracy theories about where the plane is. They never really found, I don't know, I think they found little pieces, but people don't believe that those are the actual pieces to the plane. So it's scary. Honestly, when I was watching, I just really felt bad for the families, because it's one thing, okay, my family they're dead, they got murdered, they got in a car accident, they're gone, we know they're gone, but to know that they literally was up in the air and nobody knows what happened. It's
especially
just,
the
it
fact
made me
that
sick to my stomach. Yeah.
Especially the fact that no plane has been found.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing about it, but I didn't really follow it too much, and I didn't know if maybe they found some piece of the plane or what.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So like I said, I'm only an episode and a half in, so I think the next couple, I seen a little preview. They were bringing little pieces back, but the people were like, "Well, no, we don't really believe that." And a lot of people think it was a cover up from the Malaysian people, and it was another plane that got shot down by the Russians. So they think maybe the Russians shot the plane down. We don't know, but this one guy, he had a theory that it was a mass murder suicide, and I honestly. They say that the pilot, his family was on there, and they was just like, well, we don't believe that. But I don't know. With the world we have in today, these people going up in there and shooting stuff up and all that stuff, I don't know. I think that's the best theory. I ain't got no plane in there, so that's, to me, when I hear theories, I'm more of a factual person. So I hate conspiracy theories. I want to see a fact. So it's hard to wrap your mind around it, because we don't have the facts. Right. But the little satellite in space that was tracking the plane. So it's sad. I really just feel bad for the family. It happened in 2014, so almost 10 years ago, and they still don't know where this plane is. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's really sad.
So, what do you think might happen to the plane? Or what do you think?
Honestly, the best theory to me was the guy that said it was a murder mass suicide. And like I said, I feel bad for feeling that way, because his family was like, well, no, he probably, but you never know. These days, you never know what's going on in people's heads, so you never know, but to me, like I said, because I'm a factual person, that's the only thing that makes sense. Because what pilot, unless they slid into the water, we don't know, but pilots gonna get you. All the pilots I done been on their plane, I done got to my destination. I'm not gonna wood and hope that continues to happen. But that pilot control that plane, so of course everybody's gonna look at the pilot at the end of the day. So I don't know. But I'm thinking somebody they might all be on the island. But I hope they're still alive. Because if they come up in 10 years, I'm going to be so happy for them. For real, that's going to be crazy. If this plane show up, or them people show up, that's going to be crazy.
That is definitely a movie.
That's going to be crazy. That is. So, a part of me wants to believe that they are on a stranded island somewhere, whatever they got them doing out there. And I just hope they show up one day. That's my real prayer for real. But if they never do, I do believe that it was a murder mass suicide, honestly.
What about you, Decisive? What do you think happened with what do you think? What's your theory of it?
I really don't know. That is the most peculiar thing on the planet.
It's bizarre.
For all those people in a whole ass plane to just disappear. I don't know.
It was almost 300 people. It was almost like
that is a lot.
It's a lot.
That is a lot. Yes.
It was a lot of people, so I don't know. We don't know.
I really don't know.
What about you? What about you, Ty? What do you think?
For that many people and not to find anything, that's crazy.
Yes, I'm thinking it might have been murder suicide, because unless you're getting abducted by aliens or something.
Yeah, that's something
but where are they? Even if it was murder suicide, where are
Well, from the satellite radio, they said they start going south, which is nothing but ocean. So I don't know if they probably, I'm sure they did.
They had divers and stuff. They found nothing.
But they said the ocean there, that is the floor of the ocean is equivalent to the Grand Canyon.
So like the Titanic, they gonna find this plane years later with a whole bunch of skeletons in it.
Probably.
You never know.
It's probably way deep
never
down.
know.
It's probably way deep down in
never
the
know. But it's a lot of hills and valleys, and that's the floor of the ocean.
So Atlantis is under there.
So if the plane is there, they probably
Atlantis. We can see Ariel.
Oh yeah, the Atlantis might be there.
Okay.
Yeah, so if the plane is there, they probably wouldn't be able to find it because how.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, so they down there chilling with the Little Mermaid, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
My heart goes to
Ursula got
that
all of
family.
their asses.
I don't know how they even. It's sad. I just feel bad for the family. When I hear stuff like that, I just immediately feel bad.
I do want to check it out because I'm into mysteries and stuff.
It's deep, but I pray they pull up in 10 years.
I hope they're on the island or something. Yes, I do hope they are alive and they're on an island or somewhere. Yes, like let it be some castaway shit. Hope they're on an island or something somewhere.
Yeah. But they did say the plane was relation to Beijing, so they only had 7 hours worth of fuel.
Oh wow!
So,
yes,
they wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And and while we still, and since we do got a few minutes left, Ty, where can our viewers and listeners find you at? Also, find you at social media, and also, do you have any other workshops, any upcoming workshops?
Okay, well, you can find me personally, Ty Chennell, on Facebook and Instagram. TYCHENELL. For the company, it's Elite Talent, MGMT on IG, and Elite Talent Management LLC on Facebook. Again, I have a workshop coming up on March 19th at 1:30. You can email info@elitetalentmgmt.com or call 216-245-9216 to get registered.
Nice. Okay. And Maya, where can our viewers and listeners find you at on social media?
You can find me. I'm only giving Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram is Maya, which is OHHSOMYA_. Follow me.
All right. And also, you guys, there is actually 2 announcements that I do want to make.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to be performing at my frat brother Sam Silks at his Maple Heights restaurant Silks. Going to be there Sunday, March 19th for Funny Sundays and tickets. I currently got tickets on me right now. Tickets are $10, and there will also be $10 at the door as well. Doors open up at 6 p.m. and the show starts at 7 p.m. And it's going to be me and quite a few other comics going to be making people laugh. And definitely come check it out. It's going to be at Silks, 21300 Libby Road, Mayfield Heights, Ohio. Sunday, March the 19th. Doors open up at 6. Show starts at 7. You can buy tickets at the door, or you can hit me up and some of the other comics for tickets as well. And also, and later on this spring, I'm going to be ripping the runway with He Loves Curves and their all black affair fashion show. And that is going to be Sunday, May the 7th. Tickets are $45 for general admission, luxury VIP $150, and 3:30 p.m. VIP $65. And I also have tickets on me for those as well. So definitely hit me up for tickets if you're interested in attending. It's going to be quite an interesting show. Got a few Cleveland artists that are going to be there. We got some vendors there. It's going to be an all black affair type of fashion show, and we're doing it for a good cause. It's going to be dedicated to cancer awareness. So So we rip our runway for those who are suffering with one of the most deadliest diseases that I absolutely hate, and that is going on in this world. And that is going to be at Studio Zero, 7514 Bitterin Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio. That is 7514 Bitterin Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio. And we currently got tickets. Available for that. And also, if you guys are also had just now tuning in, or if you forgot earlier, here at No Static, we're always looking for sponsors. I mean, I'm looking for sponsors for my show. If you are interested in sponsoring for any shows on No Static or for the Rap Radio show,
including our up and coming don't slap your knee down to Mama comedy cruise in August.
Oh yes, the comedy cruise. Yes. Yeah. You can decide what's the email.
No Static Radio 16 is No Static Radio all one word and the number 16 at gmail.com.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Shoot an email to that. And yes, please sponsor. I'm looking for sponsors. We're all looking for sponsors. And last but not least, I also had an ebook that I have released, 8 months of DCP Disney College Program. It's an ebook, and it's currently available on websites such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Booktopia, and BookBaby. So yes, definitely purchase it. It's only $7.99. It's a good ebook. We want to thank you for listening to NoStagRadio.net, where you just finished listening to the Rap Radio Show on the station where we don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. Make sure you guys check us out on social media, where we absolutely love to hear from you at Facebook.com/NoStagRadioLLC, on Twitter at NoStatic_radio, on Instagram at The Real No Static Radio, and on YouTube at No Static Radio. Also, if you'd like to listen to replays of this show and others on NoStagRadio.net, please sure to check us out on Mixlr, mixlr.com, or Mixcloud.com. Just type in No Static Radio in the toolbar for replays of this show and others on this platform. And for continuous streaming, listen to us on TuneIn.com or LiveOnlineRadio.net and MediaQ. Just type in No Static Radio in the toolbar for continuous streaming of the show and all others on this platform. And for a more in-depth look at all things No Static Radio, please, including possible upcoming events, merchandise, or an in-depth look at all our show hosts, please visit our website at www.nostacradio.net for all things No Static. And thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And you know what it is. We got more music for your listening pleasure here on Your Voice of the Revolution. NoStackRadio.net, powered by Google, sponsored by Lamont Avenue Wines. Lamont Avenue Wines, Cleveland Rugby League, and Design Me exclusively. I want to thank my guests for tuning in. Would love to have you guys back on again. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you guys next Thursday, 5 p.m.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, group photo.
So proud of you.